Uh, Bhupendra sir, put on the camera on. So this is Mr. Bhupendra Parmar. He is a surveyor with the Survey of India, and yeah, I met him at a conference, and then he's been very instrumental in our project, and he has really guided us, told us about different survey technology. So I thought we must have him here to speak, but he couldn't make. He was going to come in person, but he couldn't make it because of the last moment visit. But yeah, he's here now. He's joining us online, and I thank him for it. And sir, over to you.
Good afternoon. Yes, the post lunch, no, it's always heavy, right? Yeah, people a little bit drowsy, but yes, Neha and the team, see, yes, first of all, good afternoon to all the presentees, dignitaries there, and if somebody is online, Sudhanshu sir, uh, the respected professors, students, and everyone present here today. It's my pleasure to join you for this workshop. And yes, as Neha has introduced me, my name is Bhupendra Parmar. I'm basically an office surveyor and technical officer at Maharashtra and Goa Geospatial Directorate. And today I'm representing along with our Murthy sir, who has just delivered the post-lunch session. The pre-lunch session is the same Survey of India. We belongs to Survey of India here. Also, I'm truly honored to share experiences and ideas and on the topic is the relevant topic, how the technology is shaping the future of regional planning and governance. So, in fact, we are all living in a time where every infrastructure decisions and every urban development projects, every environmental interventions need to be data driven and should be precise and forward looking. So that will be the part of my talk in this another 10 minutes. And thus the Survey of India, also the maps which we are creating are no longer the static sheets. They are just now the decision tools capable of shaping how our regions grow, adapt, and thrive in form of GIS mapping. Today, I want to share how the technologies of mapping regional futures are not only reshaping governance and planning, but also why meticulous planning before implementation is non-negotiable if we want to avoid the costly mistakes and maximize our public benefits. So I will more focus on this, that how the maybe this particular planning is really important in see when we are dealing with the different types of projects. So when we plan without proper mapping, definitely the data and the foresight, we run the risk of building infrastructure in flooded zones, overcrowding urban spaces, or creating traffic bottlenecks that take years to fix. Definitely, we are all, this all apparent to us. And when we look at the urban setups today, or even the rural setups, and definitely see when we are looking for the future projects, we should map the future in a way where we understand the present clearly, monitor what's exactly is changing, and envision with the multiple scenarios. And based on that, we choose the best path forward before a single brick is laid. This is especially important for the projects in high density and high impact areas, because once they are built wrong, definitely the cost in terms of financial and social are enormous. Yes, the planners and the policymakers, they better understand this, what really I'm talking about. Okay, let's move forward. And yes, I really want to talk about that. What are the core technologies today which are available to do this, these type of projects effectively, if you can rely on a powerful suite of technologies, especially maybe when we are talking about the land governance. And that day we are just discussing that what are the strengths, in fact. So these are the strengths, the core technologies which are available today of the land governance. In the present time, we have geographical information system, which allows us to combine multiple data sets and facilitates to see the whole picture before we make decisions. The second is remote sensing and satellite imageries that helps us track changes in land cover, urban expansion, and environmental shifts over time. And even the time series of this satellite imageries helps to resolve many disputes. What I mean to say here, the vintage satellite imageries, yes, in fact, yes, those are paid, but that, yes, many cases, in fact, yes, many disputes can get resolved with the help of this time series satellite imageries. The third one is the UAV or drones and the LiDAR technologies, which are definitely high resolution data for property mapping. Yes, at present, we are doing that Naksha, in fact, yes, and earlier the Swamitha one, the boundary verification, and even for the urban planning that can be very well used, in fact, effectively. The fourth one, which I really want to talk about here, is the GNSS. And in this domain also, yes, you are aware of the CRS networks, which are available throughout the country today, along with the Survey of India and the other stakeholders partnership. This particular is providing the exact or the accurate positional accuracies to the people within no time. So the fifth one is the product of this, in fact, is the surveys, and we can prepare the digital elevation models, which are essential for drainage and the road alignments and disaster risk planning. The sixth one, which I really want to introduce today, and with one of the, in fact, yes, the examples also I will lead for that, is ground penetrating radars. See, it's like an X-ray for the ground, and it reveals underground utilities, archaeological remains, and hidden voids, preventing costly mistakes in construction. And here, the example of see this ground penetrating radar surveys. I really want to give an example, which was done in United Kingdom with the name of NUAR. Now, what exactly it is? It is a National Underground Asset Register. And CS, this particular projects, they are implementing something with a goal that they really want to record the locations of the underground assets like water pipes or gas lines or electricity, the cable networks, and even the telecom ducts, all in one system accessible to authorized planners and contractors. What they did is they did the GPR surveys to bridge the gaps, and the maximum data they have collected from the owners of this particular assets. Say in India also we have a lot of oil companies and maybe yes, the telecom agencies, those who are laying their underground cables, and even the municipal corporations, yes, they are providing. So now if India had such a, if I really think that, yes, I should propose in this particular platform, if in India, if we have such a comprehensive underground utility mapping system, yes, what will happen? If you look at the scenario, municipal corporations could plan road repairs without cutting into water lines. And even the metro rail projects could avoid delays from unexpected underground obstructions. We have just observed in this week only with the heavy rains, what happened in the Mumbai, right? The drainages and sewages, how it has been, the waterlogging is a problem. And even in the emergency crews could locate burst water pipes, so severed, or maybe yes, power cables, maybe yes, in minutes or not hours. So yes, with the India's pace of this urban expansion, I think our national utility mapping framework would not just improve efficiency, but it would protect infrastructure investments worth billions and significantly enhance public safety. Similar examples, the successful examples are from Singapore and even from Australia, where they've used the 3D underground mapping in city planning and they did it successfully. So I think this is one of the proposals or the things which I think to the policymakers, if they could have this type of things in the future for India, using the technologies like GPR will be very successful. Yeah, the challenges are always there. The seventh technology, which is again, I really want to highlight here, is a WebGIS and an open platform to make data available for public and interdepartmental use. So I think, yes, there's a great way, and already a lot of portals they're doing. Yes, in earlier talks, Sudhanshu sir has given the example of Goan. Yes, they're doing well. They're giving a lot of maybe, yes, WMS data for public use. Eighth one is AI and machine learning, which is, yes, definitely it's booming. Today, a lot of people, they are using AI and machine learning, and which one can predict growth patterns and the traffic congestion, hotspots, and risk zones. And the finally, I really want to talk about, again, with an example, is a 3D virtual reality model. These allow planners and the citizens and leaders to walk through a project virtually, see its impact and adjust it long before it's built. You know, they can even sit in their offices and they can plan very well what is exactly is available on the ground and what are the resources and how they are going to do it further for the better planning. So that's why I can say that technology is not just for the mapping the now, it is for the stress testing the future. So with that, I think yes, this is again a very important technology which the planners can use. And I really want to give an example here. The other day, I went in one of the market, the busiest market in Pune. Yes, I don't know how many people are there for this particular thing. I went to the Lakshmi Road, very congested market, but a good bargain market. Good, I think yes, you get a good maybe yes products there. But it's so busy, you know. See, yes, even to walk there is very difficult. So can we think of such maybe municipal markets. Using this geospatial analysis, we can identify these high density areas and model pedestrians and vehicle flow and propose some purpose built municipal markets at one place where the vendors can get a secure and a legal space. We can definitely free up these congested streets, reducing the traffic bottlenecks. We can improve the public convenience and city aesthetics, definitely. And even the government can manage their commerce very efficiently using this method. So I think, yes, this is again one particular thing we can do for our urban areas, and especially the rapidly developing urban areas where still the scope is there, where the government can definitely think of such markets at one place rather than having the too many street markets or open vendor market, means this where it's very difficult even to navigate. By the end of this my talk, see, let me remind you about the ongoing projects at Survey of India along with the other stakeholders. Yes, a lot of people, they have talked about it, but yes, I will just brief it, the Swamitva and the Naksha. We have an online map portal, Survey of India online map portal for the data dissemination. It's free of cost. One-time registration is required with the other credentials and all. And then, yes, it will be approved by our headquarters. And yes, you can download a lot of data. Once you visit it, you will see that a lot of data is available free of cost. And we are also now with the National Geospatial Policy, we are doing a lot of work for the capacity building, training local staff in GIS, drone surveys, and spatial analysis. In fact, yesterday I got an opportunity to talk about WMS and WFS services at phase 3 training, which is in process under the Naksha project at Goa. So I got a chance yesterday to speak on that, and yes, the similar trainings we are doing, phase wise or with the different institutions. Now, before I close, I want to connect the tagline, yes, here of Survey of India. We know each inch as we map each inch. And that's what today it's possible with this modern surveying and mapping technologies, which are really the strength of today's land governance. So, however, the challenges are definitely inevitable. Yes. And to overcome, I want to stress that the cost of poor planning is far greater than the cost of good data. So, again, I will emphasize on that well-researched, meticulous, evidence-based planning, which is backed up by the technologies like GIS or the drones and the GPR, and we have just talked about the 3D VR, ensures our projects succeed not just on paper, but in the lives of the people they serve. At the Survey of India, our commitment is clear to bridge the gap between national expertise and local realities, to work with the governments, academia, and communities, and to ensure that the future we map today is one we'll be proud to live in tomorrow. And that's what is a goal, I think, of this particular meeting, which we are today. We are all sitting together as a nation. Let us collaborate and integrate to our efforts and to align goal with the national goals of Viksit Bharat by 2047. That's a goal of PM and the government, and yes, the citizens, I believe. Once again, thank you all and the dignitaries and all the organizers and attendees for giving me this opportunity to share my views. Any questions for me, I'm happy to answer on that. So I think I'm in time, within 10 minutes, yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was spot on and all within good time. If you don't mind, is it okay if we have all the presentations and then have an open panel question answer session, or would you like to go first? Depends on how busy you are and whether you have the time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll be there. Yes. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Don't disturb your schedule. Yes. Please go.
No, it's fine. If you then, in that case, if you don't mind hearing the other presentations, then we can have a proper discussion session.
Sure. I'll be happy. Yes. Sure. Thank you
so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. So next one would be Omkar Deshpande, right? From the previous one. Do you yes. Yeah. Do you have a presentation?
So already I have shared the. So
but it has to come here. Do you have
this one?
I don't have. We don't have email in here. We'll have to put it as a USB.
No, but
this laptop, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do it.
You have emailed me your presentation.
Okay. I can't transfer from my phone to this.
Yeah.
So we're just switching the presentation now.
Yeah,
to
just 1 second.
Mr. Omkar Deshpande. You don't have a USB.
I do have a USB,
But-
but you give it to me on my, you send it to me on my email and I can download it on my laptop.
Okay, so then should we have someone else go first while we're doing this?
Continue with Anna.
So should we go with Mr. Ravi Lokare from, so let's start with Mr. Ravi Lokare from Yashada. And if you can introduce yourself.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start with a very good quote from the movie Gone with the Wind, which is very much related to our topic. So, land is the only thing in the world worth working for, worth fighting for, worth dying for, because it is the only thing that lasts. So, this is the quote from the movie Gone with the Wind, which was released in 1939, which encompasses everything that land is going to be there and we all are going to be perished in a period of time, or everything which comes on the land gets perished. So for the very reason we want it to be managed very nicely. So land administration and management becomes a very vital part in the process of development of society at large. So I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Ravi Lokre. I am associated with Landstack. Landstack is a company which is working as a knowledge partner for various government projects, and I'm working with Center of Excellence, which is at Yeshada, and I'm working with under the guidance of Honorable Sri Shekhar Gaikwad sir on various projects which are related to land. So, topic for the today's panel discussion, which have been given, is challenges of regional mapping and its impact on governance. So, first, we all have heard since morning that very senior people from the concerned departments and government have shared their views, and they have shared their experiences with us, and we are very well uh, got with the challenges which we are facing, which are majorly boundary related disputes, ownership related disputes, settlement related disputes, and many others, as we all know. So, if I have to mention few of the challenges and their impact on the governance, so I would start with data availability and quality of the record which we are having. Few minutes ago, we were discussing while having lunch that the data which the Pandey sir was referring to us is not there on the records. So, data availability and the quality of the data both are still challenges for us, and we are not able to address. Till now, we are not able to address that, which is very basic. Again, there is this challenge of boundary delineation, boundary disputes. Most of the cases we see in Indian courts are related to the boundary and ownership. So more than 50 crore people are engaged directly or indirectly in the matters related to boundary and ownership. There are natural boundaries, historical claims with regard to the boundaries, overlapping of jurisdictions. We have a very big issue with regard to jurisdiction in India, whether it is in law and order or in other cases. The overlapping thing comes, then nobody gets into the part of responsibility, or they are not. They will be saying we are not responsible for this. So where there is a overlapping, there is a conflict, and still same problem lies here in the land management, which is related to again boundary and overlapping. Again, integration. Now we are discussing challenges and their impact on governance. So the impact on governance can mainly out of the integration process, which has not been implemented rightfully. The needs or the regional planning or the decision making processes which lead to the better governance, they are not done properly because the integration is not there. So how we can integrate the mapping or regional mapping process and give the better governance or result to the citizen. We have to have a citizen centric approach while providing uh, governance or any sort of service delivery to the people of the country or state. We have to consider the integration of the concern, or in this case, we can say the mapping data or related things which are directly resulting into decision making process, which leads to better governance. They need to be considered. And see, technological adoption. Now, the topic of today's session itself is digitalizing regional future and looking ahead. So when we see digitalizing, we have come across a long way, and we still need to go a very long way in the coming time. Adopting a new technology gives altogether a different kind of, we would say, freedoms and uh, kind of reliability to the process overall, which we come across our daily lives. Uh, in this particular case, when we discuss land management and administration, use of blockchain technology can be of greater use, as there are many fraudulent cases or tampering in the records, and to make the records tamper proof, the blockchain technology can be used very effectively, as we are seeing that many other platforms where the transactions are involved, they are using blockchain technology very effectively, especially in the financial sector, we can say that. And now the government has taken many steps to use the blockchain technology in health department also. So the use of technology becomes a very vital to get ahead. What is the tagline of this session? We have to look ahead, we have to adapt to the new technology. And again, the impact of this remedy or technological adoption can be greater on the part of the governments. So better delivery, better public services can be catered with the use of technology, which is very much important aspect to this governance part. Again, better resource management. The land being, as I initially talked about, that land is the most important thing on this planet. So the most important resource, being most important resource, it becomes important that we manage it very effectively, and we look at it as a resource which should be handed over nicely to the future generations. So, climatic resilience and sustainability. Considering these two aspects of the resource management, we have to understand the importance that how this resource can be made better and handed over to the next generation in a better way. Also, uh, as I said, we have to have a people-centric approach in governance, and the impact which the earlier system, or if we look at the system of land management, we are mostly following the British time system. I would like to suggest a book, those who are students over here. Uh, Biden Powell has written a very nice book about this, and he is talking about the land systems in India during British era. So we could find many things which we have adopted as it is, and we have not done any modifications or amendments to many of the acts and many of the things which needs to be changed over the changing time. So that becomes important in the part of governance, and we have to deliver in a better way, having people-centric approach in mind. We have to, that becomes important. At COE, Center of Excellence, we are working on a TNA project, which is training need assessment. The assessment should be comprehensive, practical, and aligned with the training requirements of the revenue departments or department which are directly related to land. So this, which I have experienced so far while forming this uh, policy, we may call program for the revenue officers or people who are directly related to the land. That training assessment needs to be considered, and that has got that should be a continuous process, because training is something which is continuously needed, and for the effective and better management of land, we need to have training assessment periodically, which will lead directly to structured and responsive training framework. Again, on the part of impact on governance, we can see better results through this training needs or training assessments. We can have better results in governance if we follow. Also, since morning, NK sir and Shekhar sir has expressed their views on the new projects which are undergoing, we are working on. Swamikwa and Naksha has already been discussed already. But there is this project which is called GORT, Glossary of Revenue Terms. And Sir has explained nicely, Shekhar Gaikwad sir has expressed nicely about that. This project is an equalizing measure for all the stakeholders from different states to understand the entire department without any sort of confusion, or there can be no barrier with regard to the understanding of the terms and terminology. So GORT is the project which we are actually doing at Yashada, and it will be very soon available to the people. Also, I would like to on the part of governance, skills, vision, and leadership capacity. These are the traits which can actually address the complex challenges, whichever those challenges are, whether it is out of the land related challenges or whatever it is. So we should consider the leadership and the capacity. For capacity building, various various modules can be implemented to address the challenges. I think I'm done with whatever I have to say. The rest of the things have been covered by NK sir and Shekhar sir. So thank you very much.
Thank. Okay, so just give me 2 minutes and I will arrange your presentation.
Should we move ahead with Sandeep or?
No, just
Yes.
give me a second.
Well, actually, we don't need this. We've been speaking to the.
आपको आ गया हो
नहीं आया.
क्या कर रहे हो
I'm just trying to see if there is. I know, did you forward me his presentation? It did.
Here's my.
I think net is issue. No, network is not there.
But it shows that it's gone. It shows it's gone to you.
I think your net is off.
But yeah, it shows
my
it's not
net-
delivered. It's just one tick.
Yeah. The guy, like I have turned my net back on.
Should I put it on the group as well? I'll put it on the group and see what.
See this check. Something has gone wrong with my chat history. Okay. I don't know. It's
Because
saying
I
something
am
is
also
wrong
shared
with
with you,
chat history.
but it's not yet delivered to you. Not delivered.
It's not delivered yet.
The same year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
So
on.
let's start with Sandeep and then
Yeah.
come back to this.
Yeah.
And this will be the only one left. Maybe you can introduce Sandeep.
Uh, So this is Sandeep Kudde. He is also an officer surveyor with the government of Maharashtra. And he used to work at the settlement commissioner's office, but now I think he's in this Pune city survey office. So yeah, and thank you, Sandeep.
He's also doing his PhD.
He's also doing his PhD, yes, at IIT Bombay. So
That's all.
Yeah,
So you can sit here.
You can sit there.
बेसिकली सबने गवर्नेंस का स्ट्रेंथ और अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड जो प्रॉब्लम्स तो बताए, तो हम लोग कुछ प्रैक्टिकल देखते हैं उसमें। जी जो मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा अभी। No, I want to share it.
you want to log on to the internet?
वाईफाई ही है
It's
मोबाइल का।
no, it's on Wi-Fi.
वो सिंपली हमारा जो पोर्टल है महाभूमि करके, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र का, तो इसमें बहुत सारे आप देख सकते हो कि टैब है। तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ महाराष्ट्र का पोर्टल है, तो ये सब टैब देख सकते हो, बहुत सारी फैसिलिटी दिए हुए हैं।
So,
हाँ तो यहाँ पे देखो।
sharing, no?
हाँ
Just check.
स्क्रीन शेयरिंग।
Screen sharing, screen sharing. No, it doesn't say it's sharing. एक minute. यहाँ से share करना पड़ेगा। नहीं तो Mr. Parmar will not be able to see. Share. Okay. अब बोल रहा ना, ये screen sharing.
तो अभी हम लोग जो ई मोजनी में कर रहे हैं, तो वो चेक करते हैं ये क्या क्या होता है। एक्चुअली सब मतलब आइडियाज के बारे में मतलब बताते हैं, तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के बारे में कोई बताता नहीं। तो हमने जो इम्प्लीमेंट किया है ना, वो देखते हैं। तो बेसिकली पहले क्या होता था कि अगर आपको सर्वे करना है तो आपको ऑफलाइन फॉर्म भरना पड़ता था, और उसके लिए आपको ऑफिस जाना पड़ता था। देन आपका जो चला है वो भी आपको ऑफलाइन ही निकालना पड़ता था, ठीक है। तो ये सब ऑफलाइन प्रोसेस होते थे, तो उसके लिए आपको बहुत बार ऑफिस जाना पड़ता था। तो हमने क्या किया कि इसमें आपको सर्वे करना है, तो आपको जस्ट लॉगिन क्रिएट करना है। बेसिकली अभी मैंने जो लॉगिन किया, एक्चुअली हमारा ऑफिस का लॉगिन है, इसको लॉग आउट करता हूँ ऑफिस। तो आप पोर्टल पे सीधे जाओगे, ई मोजनी वर्जन 2 पे क्लिक करोगे, तो आपके सामने ये पेज ओपन हो जाएगा। उसमें आपको सिर्फ नवीन वापरकर्ता होने, दैट इज आपका जो लॉगिन तैयार करना है, आपको उस पर क्लिक करना है आपको, ठीक है। बस सिंपल थिंग्स से फिर से आपको फिल करने हैं और उसे सेव करना है विथ योर पासवर्ड, ठीक है। तो उसको उसके बाद आपको यहाँ पे जाके लॉगिन करना है। अगर आप लॉगिन करते हो तो पेज ओपन हो जाएगा कि आपका सर्वे का डिटेल्स पूछेगा, आपका जो सर्वे नंबर रहेगा, गट नंबर रहेगा, वो पूछेगा। फिर आपका 7 बार फेच हो जाएगा वहाँ पे, और 7 बार फेच में आपको नाम सेलेक्ट करना है वहाँ से। तो प्रैक्टिकली में हमने किया है, जो सोच रहे हैं, मैं देख रहा हूँ सुबह से बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ये ऐसा होना चाहिए, फिर हम लोग ऐसा करेंगे वैसा करेंगे प्रोजेक्ट। तो हमने बहुत आगे का काम किया है इसमें। अभी मैं एज एन एग्जांपल दिखाता हूँ कि हमने क्या क्या किया है। मतलब एकदम इजी प्रोसेस किया है एप्लीकेशन भरने का विद ऑनलाइन पेमेंट। आप जैसे पेमेंट करते हो तो वो जो आपका एप्लीकेशन है, तो पर्टिकुलर जो तालुका है आपका गांव, उसके बाद वो जो तालुका है, तो वहाँ के ऑफिस को वो फॉरवर्ड हो जाएगा आपका एप्लीकेशन। और फिर ये ओवरऑल मतलब पुणे का जो डिवीजन है, तो ये पुणे डिवीजन का लॉगिन है। तो सिंपली यहाँ पे देखिए कि 82,000 एप्लीकेशन अब तक आ चुके हैं। तो यहाँ पे हमको अगर सेपरेशन से देखा जाए तो कोल्हापुर, पुणे, सांगली, सातारा, सोलापुर उसका भी दिखा रहा है कि कौन सा कितना है। अगर आप इसका डैशबोर्ड देखते हो, ये जो प्रोजेक्ट है हमने पहले मंदुरबार और वॉशिंग में शुरू किया था पायलट प्रोजेक्ट करके। उसके बाद वहाँ का रिस्पांस अच्छा मिला, लेकिन ट्राइबल एरिया था तो भी वहाँ का भी रिस्पांस अच्छा मिला हमें। ये लोग मतलब ट्राइबल एरिया के भी लोग ऑनलाइन एप्लीकेशन भरते थे और उससे काम होता था। तो उसके बाद ओवरऑल महाराष्ट्र शुरू कर दिया हमने। यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि हम कि कौन से स्टेजेस पे कौन से प्रकरण है। अगर आपका प्रकरण रिजेक्ट भी होता है तो आपको उसका रीजंस भी मिलता है, जो कि आपको वापस भरना है और ऑफिस को भेजना है। ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे देखा जाए कि ये रिविजिट के प्रकरण है और आज के डेट में जितने आए हैं एक महीना या फिर आज के हफ्ते में, तो उसका पूरा डिटेलिंग यहाँ पे दिखाया जाता है। ये और जो कब दे के इशू किए गए और जेएस लेयर पे उसको डाला गया है, उसका नंबर्स भी यहाँ पे दिखाया जाता है। तो यहाँ पे हम लोग जो फाइनल हुआ है कॉपरेट का वो एक प्रकरण देखते हैं, शुरू से देखते हैं हम लोग समझेंगे फिर।
ठीक है।
अगर मैंने रैंडम प्रकरण निकाला है, ठीक है, तो जैसे एप्लीकेशन अगर कोई भरता है तो यहाँ पे उसके स्टेजेस भी हमें दिखाई देते हैं। अगर उसका एप्लीकेशन ड्राफ्ट में रहेगा तो फर्स्ट पे आएगा। अगर उसका एप्लीकेशन रिजेक्ट किया है सम रीजंस, तो ये त्रुटिपूर्ण पे जाएगा। देन अगर उसका एप्लीकेशन वापस भर के आया तो सादर केला लार्ज। उसके बाद स्टेजेस दिए हैं, मतलब छह स्टेजेस में काम होता है। लाइक एप्लीकेशन आया तो HQ जो रहता है वहाँ का ऑफिस का, जिसे मुख्यालय साइट कहते हैं मराठी में, तो वो स्क्रूटिनी करता है एप्लीकेशन की उसने फीस भरा है या नहीं है। फिर उसके फीस जो है कि जो टेक्चुअल रिकॉर्ड है उसके बराबर है ना, वो सब चेक करते हैं। देन एक्सेप्ट करता है। एक्सेप्ट करने के बाद उसे MR नंबर जो है, जैसे मोदी रजिस्टर नंबर गिरता है, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद वो जाता है सर्वेयर के पास। तो सर्वेयर के पास जाने के बाद वो कब जाता है, जब उसको जो सर्वे का डेट पड़ेगा तब जाएगा। अदरवाइज वो बकेट में जाके गिरेगा। जैसे कि अभी टू टाइप से प्रकरण बनते हैं हम लोग, एक द्रुत गति और दूसरा नियमित, यानी कि फास्ट प्रोसेस वाला और दूसरा सेकंड वाला स्लो प्रोसेस वाला। तो स्लो प्रोसेस का मिनिमम ड्यूरेशन है 3 महीना और फास्ट प्रोसेस का ड्यूरेशन है 1 हफ्ता या 10 डेज। ठीक है, लेकिन वो डिपेंड ये आपका लोकेशन कौन सा है। अगर जैसे कि पुणे सिटी वाला था तालुका रहेगा अपना हवेली जैसे, तो वहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ एप्लीकेशन आते हैं, तो वहाँ पे दे रख सकते हैं आपको अगर आपने फास्ट वाला भी पैसा भरा तो अभी ये इसका जो कैन नंबर है, मतलब सिटीजन एप्लीकेशन नंबर है, वो गिर चुका है। और उसका पूरा डिटेल्स यहाँ पे आएगा कि उसका ये देखिए, उसका जो सर्वे नंबर है 407 है। और उसने यहाँ पे कहा है कि इसके अलावा इसके पहले कभी सर्वे हुआ है क्या, तो नहीं कहा है। तो वो महाराष्ट्र राज्य पुणे विभाग, यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं जिला सातारा है, तालुका वाई है, गांव अनवड़ी है। ठीक है, और उसका जो ऑफिस है ये उपाधीक्षक भूमि अभिलेख वाई। तो अभी यहाँ पे उसका जो सर्वे डेट है यहाँ पे, मतलब वो सर्वे हो चुका है, मतलब फाइनल हुआ है। तो 28/4 को उसका सर्वे हुआ है। देन उसका जो सर्वेयर था सुशांत उदार करके, उसका जो प्रकार है, मोजनी टाइप्स में भी प्रकार आते हैं। हर में आपका सब डिवीजन है, मतलब डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ लाइक NA, अगर आपको प्लॉट NA करना है नॉन एग्रीकल्चर, उसका भी अलग सा सर्वे होता है। तो देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ सर्वे। और यहाँ पे उसका जो 7/12 अनुसार जो एरिया है 9.23 हेक्टर आर, और उसका जो आकार बन, अभी यहाँ पे कैसा होता है कि जैसे आपको इजी लगता है कि लाइक इतने डिफिकल्टी क्यों आते हैं, तो होता क्या है कि 7/12 में भी अलग एरिया हो सकता है, और जो लैंड रिकॉर्ड के पास है, मतलब रिवेन्यू में जो सेपरेशन है, लाइक रिवेन्यू अलग सा रहता है और लैंड रिकॉर्ड अलग सा रहता है। लैंड रिकॉर्ड के पास खुद का रिकॉर्ड है, ठीक है, और 7/12 ये रिवेन्यू वाले के पास रहता है। तो अगर उनके 7/12 एक्सट्रैक्ट में अगर 9.23 है, और फिर हमारे आकार बंद में अगर वो 9 ही है सिर्फ, तो उधर डिफरेंस है 23 आर का, दैट इज डिफरेंस ना। तो वो डिफरेंस आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ता है, तो ये इस पे सॉल्यूशन निकालना पड़ता है, ठीक है। अभी बाकी तो जैसे चल रहा है वैसे चल रही है। तो अभी यहाँ पे दोनों जगह पे सेम दिखा रहा है कि हमारे लैंड रिकॉर्ड का भी एरिया सेम दिखा रहा है, और 7/12 का भी एक्सट्रैक्ट का भी सेम दिखा रहा है। तो उसने जो फीस यहाँ पे भरा हुआ वहाँ पे मेंशन किया है। देन यहाँ पे जो HQ मतलब मुख्यालय सहायक रहता है वो चेक करता है। देन ग्रास पे जाके वो डिफेस करता है चलान। मतलब प्रोसेस इतनी भी इजी नहीं है लाइक ऑफिस में आने के बाद। तो इसको 24 होने के बाद अभी चलन भर दिया, गवर्नमेंट को फी दे दिया, तो आपका काम खत्म नहीं होता वहाँ पे। एक्चुअली अगर यहाँ पे कोई दिक्कत आती है किसी मतलब कौन से रिलेटेड कौन सा भी, तो वो रिजेक्ट किया जाएगा, और आपको एक मैसेज दिया जाएगा कि आपका जो एप्लीकेशन वो रिजेक्ट किया है ड्यू टू दिस रीजन। तो आपको फुल वापस फुलफिल करना है, उसे भेजना है, ठीक है। अगर आपने वो किया तो उसके बाद वो चालान डिफेस करेगा। इसका मतलब वो डिफेस होने के बाद ही गवर्नमेंट को पैसा मिलता है। तो ये डिफेंस नंबर यहाँ पे जनरेट होता है, वो डाल दिया, सब चेक किया उसने। उसने चेक करने के बाद आगे उसे पुश कर दिया। अभी यहाँ पे जो स्क्रूटिनी क्लर्क है उसका काम है कि अगर इसके रिलेटेड कोई ओल्ड डॉक्यूमेंट्स रहेंगे तो वो अपलोड करेगा, अदरवाइज छोड़ देगा, ठीक है। अभी जो थर्ड नंबर का जो है ये विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सर्वेयर विच इज बैकबोन ऑफ सर्वे डिपार्टमेंट, ठीक है। तो उसके अलावा काम हो ही नहीं सकता है। अभी रिसेंटली मैंने सुबह बात की थी ना, तो 1200 जो वैकेंसी थे सर्वेयर के, तो उसमें से 700 लोगों ने रिजाइन कर दिया। 1200 भरे थे, 700 लोगों ने रिजाइन कर दिया, मतलब मोर देन 50% एज ए गवर्नमेंट जॉब होके भी। हाँ, तो अभी ये देखिए कि उसने पूरा डिटेल्स यहाँ पे भरा हुआ है। फिर सर्वे होने के बाद वो क्या करते हैं, जो ऑटोकैड पे डेट से फाइल बनाते हैं, उसमें डिजिटल रिकॉर्ड होता है, और जो एग्जिस्टिंग पोजीशन का पॉइंट उठाया रहता है वो उसको सुपर इम्पोज करते हैं, ठीक है। तो उसने डेट से फाइल बना दिया और यहाँ पे डाल दिया उसने। अभी वो क्या करेगा, ये डालने के बाद भी यूआरएल दिखाता हूँ मैं आपको ये। थोड़ा लेट हो गया। हाँ। अब एक देख सकते हो आप कि ये ऐसा व्यू होता है, ठीक है। अगर उसने सर्वे किया है और वहाँ के पॉइंट डाले तो वो डायरेक्टली लोकेशन पे जाता है। और अगर इसे हमें आगे पीछे अगर लेयर देना है इसको गूगल मैप का, तो वो भी हम लोग दे सकते हैं, ठीक है। तो MRSAC का सैटेलाइट इमेज भी है एक्यूरेसी के लिए, और ये भी है, ठीक है। अभी ये यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है, देखो ये 407 है उसका सर्वे नंबर। तो 407 दोनों तरफ है, तो बीच में से हाईवे गया है, पूना बेंगलोर हाईवे, राइट। और यहाँ पे भी ये पुलिस स्टेशन के लिए एक्विजिशन हुआ है 40 का, दिखाई दे रहा ना। तो ये काम कर चुके हैं हम लोग। तो इसके आगे जाके अगर अभी इसके बाद ना हमने क्या किया है, अगर फॉर एन एग्जांपल कि ये जो बाजू में अगर दूसरा सर्वे नंबर रहेगा, लाइक यहाँ पे दिखा रहा है कि, हाँ यहाँ पे दिखा रहा है ना लागू गट नंबर 400 367, इसके बाद अगर इसका सर्वे होता है तो हम अगर ओवरलैप होता है तो उसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करते हैं। ये भी काम किया है हमने, तो ओवरलैप में बताया नहीं उन्होंने कि अगर बाजू का सर्वे होता है और फिर वो डेटा अपलोड कर देता है तो वो ओवरलैप नहीं होगा, अलग भी नहीं करेगा। तो इससे क्या हो रहा है पता है कि एक रीसर्वे हो रहा है बेसिकली। और जो डेटा हम लोग मतलब जो रिकॉर्ड पर डेटा लेते हैं ना, जो मोस्टली एक्यूरेट डेटा होता है, जैसे 13 टाइप्स ऑफ मैप्स हैं, तो उससे मोस्टली एक्यूरेट जो डेटा मैप्स होता है ना, तो वही हम लोग लेते हैं रेफर करने के लिए। फॉर एग्जांपल टिपन है, फाड़नी है, काटे फाड़नी है, सर्वे नंबर नकाशा है, गट नकाशा है, ऐसे 13 टाइप ऑफ मैप्स हैं। तो मोस्टली लोग अगर ठीक तरह से काम है तो मोस्टली वो टिपन यूज करते हैं। और हमारे यहाँ पे मतलब कैसे है कि हर जगह का सेटलमेंट अलग है, लाइक पश्चिम महाराष्ट्र का अलग है, नागपुर का अलग है, महाराष्ट्र में भी है, तो वहाँ के भी डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मैप्स हैं उनके। अभी जो मतलब गलतियां पहले कंसोलिडेशन में मतलब क्या होता है कि पहले सर्वे नंबर था, उसके बाद कंसोलिडेशन हुआ, गट नंबर आया, ठीक है। तो कंसोलिडेशन में हम लोगों की गलतियां हुई, तो वो कोई एक्सेप्ट नहीं करता है, वो बात अलग है, लेकिन हुई तो है। उसका मैं एक एग्जांपल बताता हूँ मैं।
So maybe 2 more minutes, Sandeep?
एक्चुअली में थोड़ा टाइम चाहिए था, ठीक है, लेकिन खत्म कर देंगे।
ठीक है।
सर मतलब ये प्रैक्टिकल चीजें दिखानी चाहिए। 7619 00761 जिसके बारे में ऑलरेडी बताया गया है कि मतलब ओवरलैप और दिक्कतें क्या क्या आती है, उस पर हम लोग काम कर चुके हैं। जब सर्वे नंबर का कंसोलिडेशन हुआ तो अभी बताता हूँ मैं कि हमारे लोगों ने क्या किया।
तुम्हारे साइड
अभी ये देखिए, ये मैप जो दिख रहा है आपको सामने, वो दोनों एक ही सर्वे नंबर है, सर्वे नंबर गट नंबर कंसोलिडेशन हुआ है, और वो एक ही गट नंबर है विच इज 398। तो ऐसा गट बन सकता है क्या कभी? हो सकता है क्या? तो खुद के लैंड पे भी नहीं हो जा सकता वो। मतलब अभी उसका जो 398 का जो हिस्सा है, मतलब 60-70% वो अ, रास्ते के नजदीक है, ठीक है। अगर वो बीच का जो कोऑर्डिनेट है ये वाला, तो इसका इंटरसेक्शन कोऑर्डिनेट है, ठीक है, वहां से हो जाएगा क्या? तो इस तरह से गट बनाए गए हैं। तो इस पे सोल्यूशन निकालना पड़ेगा, हो ही नहीं सकता। ये डिवीजन का नहीं है, ये कंसोलिडेशन का प्रॉब्लम है। डिवीजन का अभी इसमें 398 में अगर आपको डिवीजन करना है तो कैसे करेंगे?
It's purely human error.
अभी एक ही प्रॉपर्टी है, एक के साथ भरा है, ठीक है, उसमें ओनर 3 है। अभी अभी 3 भाइयों को अलग अलग करना है उनकी प्रॉपर्टी, तो ऊपर वाला कैसे डिवाइड करेंगे? इस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स हुए हैं कंसोलिडेशन में, और उसके जो मैटर्स है वो बहुत दिन तक चलते हैं।
These are the real problems which are India facing.
तो हाँ, तो टेक्नोलॉजी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हम टेक्नोलॉजी में कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, जो कि हमने किया है और उसको फाइंड आउट भी कर रहे हैं हम। जो लोगों ने प्रॉब्लम किया वो बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। मतलब हो गया ना?
आपको और बोलना तो बोल दीजिए। You want, this is very interesting example. ऐसा और examples है, maybe some solutions कि क्या करें इसका।
तो अभी होता कैसे है कि अभी फॉर एग्जांपल कि ये जो 491 बाजू में, ठीक है, तो वो भी उसको एक्सेस नहीं देगा, डिवीजन करना है तो ये परमानेंट मतलब सॉल्यूशन इस पे है ही नहीं है ज्यादातर में।
This will go to the court and there is no provision with regard to this.
तो कोर्ट के पास भी इसका प्रोविजन नहीं है।
Law में भी कोई provision नहीं कि how much space is to be provided for the access road. उसका definition. In many of the cases of payment.
ऐसे डिफिकल्ट टाइम में तो लोग कहाँ भी जाएंगे?
आपके पास जब आता है, what solution do you give? What do you do?
So they will come from there.
यहाँ पे मैं उनको सब डिवीजन करके दे सकता हूँ, वो जो इंटरसेक्शन है ना, वो पॉइंट से भी, ठीक है, वो इंटरसेक्शन पॉइंट ही रहेगा तीनों का भी। लेकिन आप वहां से अंदर कैसे जाओगे? एक कोऑर्डिनेट है तो वो फिक्स कोऑर्डिनेट रहेगा तीनों के लिए, फिर भी वहां से अंदर कैसे जाओगे आप? एक ही पॉइंट है ना, दूसरा सॉल्यूशन है ही नहीं उसमें। मतलब इस तरह से काम किया गया है पढ़ना। और मतलब ये कब हुआ है कि एक्चुअली जब पहले का सर्वे हुआ, चेन सर्वे और तो जो ब्रिटिशों ने काम किया है विच इज वेरी नाइस। उसके बाद सर्वे नंबर के बाद हम लोगों ने गट किया, उस पर फिर सब डिवीजन किया, उसमें इतनी सारी दिक्कतें हैं बोल नहीं सकते हैं। अभी जैसे कि ये वाला देख लीजिए। अभी इसमें भी जो लेफ्ट साइड है येलो वाला, तो वो जो लेफ्ट साइड वाला फर्स्ट येलो वाला जो है, तो वहां पे आकार बंदोसार क्षेत्र जो कि लैंड रिकॉर्ड के पास जो है आकार में टेक्सचुअल रिकॉर्ड है वो, तो उसमें बराबर कलर 0.92 आर दिखा रहा है वो, ठीक है, उसका एरिया। देन उसका कैडेस्ट्रल मैप का एरिया दिखा रहा है यहाँ पे उसके बाजू में, जिसे 0.91, दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट एक्यूरेट। ओके, सो ग्रीन टिक। अगर वो लेस देन 3% होता है, सॉरी ग्रेटर देन, तो उसका क्रॉस आ जाएगा, ठीक है। अभी यहाँ पे देख लीजिए कि उनका जो वहीवाट में एग्जिस्टिंग पोजीशन विच इज 0.85 आर, और यहाँ पे कैडेस्ट्रल का दिख रहा है 0.91, तो वहाँ पे इरर आ रहा है 3.36 एक्सीड हो रहा है, तो वहाँ पे इरर दिखा रहा है, क्रॉस मार्क दिखा रहा है। फिर नीचे जीआईएस वहीवाट और फिर पैरामीटर्स, वो जिस पैरामीटर काउंट किया वो सही दिखा रहे हैं, और जो शिफ्ट बताया था सर ने, तो अभी यहाँ पे तो शिफ्ट नहीं दिखा रहा है, फिर इसमें शिफ्ट में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम, मतलब कैलकुलेशन में ना ये सिस्टम की ओर से गड़बड़ है ये वाला, लेकिन शिफ्ट आता है। तो शिफ्ट शिफ्ट मतलब बेसिकली क्या होता है कि इसका एग्जांपल देखा हमने। अभी जो डॉटेड लाइन है ना, वो एग्जिस्टिंग पोजीशन है, जो डॉटेड लाइन है, ठीक है, और जो फर्म लाइन है वो रिकॉर्ड है। तो किधर तो जैसे कि इंक्रोचमेंट हुआ है, या फिर बाजू वाले का इंक्रोचमेंट इनमें हुआ है, आप देख सकते हो, तो वो शिफ्ट होता है, उसका परसेंटेज काउंट करना है, और उसका परसेंटेज जितना कम होगा उतना प्रॉपर्टी आपका ज्यादा वैल्यूएबल रहेगा। क्योंकि इंक्रोचमेंट में क्या होता है कि इनका भी किधर तो इंक्रोचमेंट है बाजू में, तो भी वो ये भी नहीं छोड़ना चाहते और वो भी नहीं छोड़ना चाहते। एक आदत लग गई है लोगों को। मतलब अगर खुद का लैंड 10 आर रहेगा, ठीक है, और वो यूज करते रहेंगे 12 आर, तो भी नहीं छोड़ना है कि भाई साहब आप अपना 10 आर ले लो, नहीं नहीं वो मैं बचपन से यूज करते आ रहा हूँ, मैं यूज करूंगा। ऐसी सोच होती है लोगों की, तो उस पे वर्कआउट होना चाहिए। और रिसर्वे हुआ तो भी मतलब अभी जैसे कि वो आर्यन ने बताया कि वो जो मतलब अर्थ का गूगल अर्थ का इमेज लेते हैं, तो उसने क्या किया था, उसको और मेरा बहुत डेबिट हुआ है पहले, तो अभी मैं उसको क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाया। तो क्या करते हैं कि जो क्रॉप का अगर फॉर एन एग्जांपल कि ये पेपर है, ये आपका पूरा लैंड है, ओके, लैंड पार्सल है आपका, और इसका मतलब आप हाफ यूज कर रहे हो क्रॉप के लिए, तो इमेज उतना ही रहेगा, तो लैंड पार्सल कंसिडर करेंगे हाफ ही, या फिर कुछ रहेगा 60-70% आप यूज कर रहे हैं, 30% तो वैसे ही है, तो आप उसे निगलेक्ट नहीं कर सकते ना। एक्चुअल रिकॉर्ड में आपके है ना वो, तो मैप में नहीं आएंगे तो कैसे होगा वो। तो वो 6-7 किसी भी पॉइंट से नहीं होता है, आपको मैक्सिमम किसी पॉइंट लेने पड़ते हैं, फिर जो सर्वे नंबर का रिकॉर्ड है उसको विलेज वाइज बिठाना पड़ता है, ठीक है, मैक्सिमम किसी भी लेके, देन आपका ये जियो रेफरेंसिंग का काम अच्छी तरह से हो सकता है। आप सिर्फ मतलब हवा में बात नहीं कर सकते, प्रैक्टिकली उसे क्या करना है, क्यों, क्योंकि वो एरर आपका जितना रिड्यूस होगा उतने डिस्प्यूट कम होंगे। अगर आपका एरर ज्यादा बढ़ेगा तो लोग सुनेंगे नहीं ना, आपके लैंड में से तो अगर 20-30% गया तो आप मतलब बोलेंगे कि हाँ ठीक है चलो गवर्नमेंट के लिए दे दिया, नहीं देंगे कोई।
That is what his third was not correct with regard to the data collection. That was because the consolidated area is same, na, that can't change.
तो अभी मतलब हमें सोचना पड़ता है कि अगर 7-12 का भी मैच नहीं हुआ, कार्बन का मैच नहीं हुआ है, फिर तो थोड़ा थोड़ा दिक्कत आती है, या फिर एक आर को आती है, मतलब 2 आर को आते हैं, दैट इज ओके। अगर आपका 100 आर रहा तो मतलब 1 हेक्टर रहा तो दैट इज निग्लेक्टेबल, वन आर एंड ऑल। बट अगर 10 गुंठा है आप, तो उसमें से 2 गुंठा आप कम कर देंगे तो नहीं चलेगा ना।
Either or point should be considered.
Yeah. Like we want to move on to the Q&A, so like we finish off. with-
हाँ ठीक है,
Okay.
Okay.
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting.
Finally.
Uh, this is the pen.
Yes. In PDF.
Not full screen. AI assistant. Sorry?
No.
AI assistant. Yeah.
That's somewhere.
Yes. Fit. Yeah. Full page. Fit width.
Read mode maybe. Read mode. Yeah.
Anyway, you can scroll down. Yeah.
Yeah. You are going to start or?
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Shankar, Omkar Deshpande. He's from Worldwide ITES. He's a technology consultant. And yeah, so I'm handing over the mic to you and you know.
Yeah, thank you, Neha. Good evening, all. My name is Omkar Deshpande. I am a product consultant for last 25 plus years. My role is to help organization for technology adoption. So predominantly, I work in the area of geospatial technology. So be it GIS, remote sensing, LiDAR technologies, DGPS, DGPR, and everything. So the other day we were interacting with Neha regarding this digitalization and land records and how we can able to mitigate some ambiguities or the negative part of the whole system. So fortunately, she told me that on 22nd we are having one workshop interaction with the stakeholders and aspirants, those who are already looking for the land record kind of vertical. So I have prepared one presentation. So most of the points is already covered, but let me discuss with you in short. Uh, so the questions already I have given by Neha. So what are the current strengths and opportunities of land governance in India? So obviously, it's kind of a you can say the SWOT analysis. So strength could be that already we all are aware about the Swamitma Naksha and so many different initiatives like Digital India Land Record Modernization Program. So obviously, the strength is political will and the policy push from government, that is the major aspect of this initiative. So I would term it as one of the strength for the land records. The second strength is a technological adaptation. So already government of India and various departments of government of India and state government already trying to gauge upon the the cutting edge technologies as far as land administration is concerned. So be it AIML, remote sensing, drone, high resolution satellite imagery, GIS, AR, VI, which is definitely helpful for transforming the accuracy and speed of a land survey. The third point, which personally believe it's very important, as we are well aware about the Aadhaar. So nowadays, Aadhaar is our bottom line. So wherever we go, the whole reference is linked with the every individual's Aadhaar number. So if Government of India is emphasis and more focus on unique land parcel identification number or Bhu Aadhaar. So this could be the game changer for Government of India land record system. And I feel this is going to be very helpful to track a record all across the department, all across the geography. Then, so what are the opportunities? The opportunities is lying in between. Conclusive titling is more important because we are still believing in some presumption and presumptive titling. So if the system helps to conclude on a conclusive titling of every land parcel or every individual person, this will be definitely help for individual, for state also to eliminate the huge number of land related legal dispute, reduces litigation and make land a more secure asset. So this is going to be also very important because if we are able to reduce that legal disputes and reduce certain litigations, obviously that land asset and appreciation will go on increase, and obviously the every individual will get benefited of certain allied you can say the benefits. Third one is a streamlining and integration. Again, this point already discussed, like integrating the three main components of land record: registration deeds, spatial maps, textual records of right. A truly integrated system would provide a single source of truth, making property transfer more efficient, transparent, and less prone to fraud. So, the forging records or some fraud prone areas, that is also one of the headache for the system as well as the individual stakeholders. So if we really able to integrate different departments and different types of records, so this will unlocking the economics potential scenario. So conclusive title, landowners can use their property as a collateral to access institutional credits, which would significantly boost agriculture productivity and rural entrepreneurship. So this is again a key area because most of the you can say the individual farmers or the landowners are maybe below poverty line, and though he or she is having their own properties or land, but he is not able to get some you can say the institutional credit or funding lending kind of a scenario from the financial institution. So if the government is able to provide the conclusive titling, they will opt for such kind of a facility. Then again, this point also discuss data driven governance. obviously, since we are, going ahead with the digitization, so obviously, post digitization, we get a numerous level of data through various surveys, re-registration, resurveying, all. So obviously, the technology like big data analytics or AI analytics, or you can say the a technology platform with AI-based technology will help organizations or administration to do a further insightful urban planning, infrastructure development, managing land disputes or more effectively. So I hope my speed is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second use case we was like, what are the weaknesses and threats in the present land governance in India? So weaknesses of the present system, I have question mark, uh, because there are certain mixed opinions. So the core weakness of the land governance is fragmented nature of records and presumptive titling. That is definitely need to plan and mitigate such kind of a scenario where we will get the record at a one place and with the concrete kind of references. So again, presumptive versus conclusive titling, land ownership is based on a presumptive title. A registered sale deed is only a serve as a record of a transaction, not a conclusive guarantee of the ownership. So already this point addressed in the morning session. So most of the time the transaction deed is the only paper or evidence where we can consider upon or rely upon. This land was earlier with X and now it is, transferred to Y. So this is really a key point where, government or the authority need to, work upon and try to get the scenario where we will get the concrete kind of a conclusive title. The next one is the fragmented and outdated records. The land record are historically maintained in the fragmented manner across multiple departments, such as the revenue registration, survey departments. The lack of integration leads to the inconsistencies between textual records, for example, owner's names or plot number or gut number, something like that. And spatial maps. Many cadastral maps are decades or even centuries old and not reflect the current ground, the reality due to the under recorded transaction, subdivision, informal land use changes. So the same case already we have discussed over the lunch about the oldest and decade old, century old cadastral maps. The next one is the high cost of registration. We really need to understand uh, the high stamp duty and registration fee in many states discourage people from a formally registered land transaction. So again, this is a point where people think twice if they really want to go for a legal title change or something like that. They need to pay a certain stamp duty and the government fees. But again, it's a very subjective, but most of the people seems to have this is going to be the high stamp duty, so they may not able to encourage themselves to do a formal kind of a sale deed or something like that. The next one is the lack of standardization. uh, I take this from a different perspective. The standardization means from all perspective, be it a law, be it administration, be it a record keeping perspective, or widely across and like geography to geography or state to state, it differs because there are certain historical legacies, and that legacy sometimes helps us, sometimes create some kind of obstacles to maintain that record hassle free. The next is the threats to land governance. The land related disputes and litigation. The lack of clear, conclusive land titles is the primary driver of dispute. Uh, this leads to massive blockages of court cases, which clogs the judicial system and create a significant legal and financial burden of citizens. So I think you have mentioned just now about the 50 crore cases or something. Sorry, 50 lakh cases.
50 crore people are.
Sorry, 50 crore people are. Yes, yes. So this could be the one of the reason that everybody getting into that legalities and kind of a controversial scenario. Vulnerability to the fraud and the encroachment, the weakness and illegal occupancy land through forged documents, outdated records, or by taking advantage of vulnerable communities. This is a major threat to both private property rights and a public land. So this is again the very common man is not much aware and exposed to the industry. So he or she may not able to understand about the legal part and the authenticity of the document. So always there is a good and bad segment in the society. So those who are bad segments and they really want to do some kind of you can say the undue advantage, they try to create some forced documents and and get done through for their own selfness. The next one is the exclusion and marginalization. A weak land governance system disappropriately affects the marginalized communities, including women, tribal population, and small scale farmers. Without legally recognized land rights, these groups are often excluded from formal credit system and government welfare programs. Again, so as rightly mentioned, the tribal population or the the common women entrepreneurs, they are always sidetrack or they are not in that mainstream to get such kind of benefits from the government because of the exclusion and marginalization. Hurdles to economic development, unclear land title and complex litigation environment pose a significant threat to economic growth. It deters investment in real estate and agriculture, make it difficult to landowners to access credit for a productive purpose, and complicates the land acquisition process for a public and private project. So the sentence itself is a very simple. So again the scenario is boiled down with the unclear title and presumptive title kind of a thing. So digital divide is again one of the major significant portion of India's population lack the digital literacy, internet access, and lack of the tangible infrastructure to benefit from the digital land records. So the government or system need to adhere to that kind of a scenario where they can provide the state of the art infrastructure, and that helps organization or the common people to getting into the digitalization scenario. The third scenario is what would be your recommendation for a policy and practice for a better land governance from your knowledge and experience in India. So there are certain scenarios. One is shift to the conclusion land titling. Again, the same. This is the most critical reform. Instead of a current presumptive titling system, the government should legally guarantee land ownership, making the digital record the ultimate source of truth. The policy could be enact a national law that provides a legal framework for a conclusive titling, making the land title a government-backed document that is insurable and transferable. This will require a constitutional amendment to shift land from these state lists to the concurrent list, ensuring uniform implementation across India. So this could be the policy, and the practice could be establish clear process for one-time mandatory conversation of old records to the new record. So again, just cross-checking the old record versus new record, and this is going to be the one-time activity. This should involve the public notice and fixed period for filing objection, after which the new digital title become legally and indisputable. The second scenario could be implement an integrated land information system. The goal is for a single and unified database that links all land related information. The policy could be mandate a uniform data standard and single window interface for all land related transactions. This platform should integrate three key database: the textual record, special record, registration deeds from the sub-register office. The practice could be unique land parcel identification number, ULIP or BU number, as the primary key, where every land parcel, so this number should be linked to the owner's Aadhaar card or the property geo coordinate, ensuring all records are cross-referenced and cannot be duplicated. Then leverage modern technology for survey. The point is already discussed. So like we need to have that GIS, AIML, everything, and the practice could be the PPP model, public-private partnership model. The next one is the enhanced accessibility and inclusivity. The new system must be accessible all citizens regardless of their digital literacy. The policy could be make a land governance truly citizen centric by establishing assisted service center or a village level kiosk. Here, trained personnel can help citizens, especially the rural and elderly, to access the update their land records. Practice design all digital platform with the multi-language and mobile feed approach. So could be a mobile app or mobile van, something like that, where the notification can be, land transaction mutations or legal notices should be sent via SMS in the local language. The last one is the legal and administrative reform. The technology alone won't solve the problem. Fundamental legal and administrative characters are necessary. The policy could be rationalized, the reduces stamp duty and registration. That point already we have discussed. So this is the overall, three problem statement which I address, and the overall summary which I feel personally could be addressed. So accuracy in land management, authorization of farmers' documents and land records, authenticity of the documents and records, clarity and literacy on a state central law, heritage stones for the local boundaries reference, outdated cadastral maps and records, legal cases, in Marathi it is called as a Bhuvanki. That also we need to taken care of. Lack of a correct records, encroachments, illiteracy toward digitalization, lacking in transparency, empowerment through awareness camps or workshop at each village level, Sherpa or volunteer at each village level, GIS leader, remote sensing, AIML, drone, AR, VR based land record management system, integration of various departments from village, taluka, district, state to central level, and transformation of a current static to dynamic digitalization. It could be a dynamic single system. So this is going to be my thought process of overall land record. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Please,